Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new video, and again I have another movie review for you today. So this was sent to me by the lovely people over at Lionsgate and Witchfinder, and this movie is Rex, aka Megan Leavey if you're in the USA, and this is going to be released on DVD here in the UK on the 19th of March. Now you can pre-order the DVD there, I'll leave the link down below for you guys. So this movie stars Kate Mara and is based on the true story of Marine Corporal Megan Leavey, who in 2005 was deployed to Iraq to fight, to obviously, assist in the war, and through that she is then trained to work with a combat bomb sniffing dog named Rex, who up until Megan meets him is known to be very vicious and very violent. However, the bond between the two not only calms Rex down, but gives Megan a sense of what love and what having, a best friend is really about. However, after over 100 missions together, both Megan and Rex are wounded when an unexpected explosion happens. Megan is taken off service and is sent back to the US. However, although suffering from the same trauma as Megan, Rex is sent back by the military to Iraq to serve as a sniffer dog again. However, Megan continued to fight for the right to adopt Rex because she believed that it was unfair to let him go through all of this again when he suffered the same events that she did. And it took a lot, but after a while Megan decides that she cannot give up, and she keeps fighting. However, will she get Rex back? You guys need to watch the film. Now, the reason I got a little bit emotional during that is because this movie really hit me so hard, because I love dogs so much. I love animals in general. So going into this movie, I didn't really know what to expect, but I have never cried so much at a film in my life, because dogs are just so precious. I love them so much. It's something that, even though I get why the military and the armed forces use sniffer dogs, things like that, I don't agree with the way that it's handled. That a lot of some dogs are put down after their service. I get that because some of them are wounded and things like that, but that part of it really got to me quite badly. That when I found this out, and it made me just, this film. Anyway, so like I said, this is based on the true story, and I actually watched a few videos and documentaries on YouTube and online and read up on it. I wanted to find out if the film was accurate, and according to a lot of the research that I found, the film is pretty accurate to what happened in the real events, which I'm obviously really happy about. And I really enjoyed this film. It was so good. I liked that it had a really good mix of the war scenes, and then with Megan on her downtime bond, and you get to really see the bond that she gets with Rex. And then later on, when Megan is sent back to the US after her injuries and things like that, and the film opens and we see that she's had quite a kind of rough relationship with her parents, and again when she's sent back to the US we see that again. So I liked that we had a bit of a background. It wasn't just about her going to war, her and the dog bonding, and then whatever. You actually got to realise what Megan's life was like in between and during her service and as a Marine Corporal, and I really found that really interesting, and I liked that. Now Kate Mara, I have not seen her in too much. I will admit, obviously she is the older sister of Marine Mara, who a lot of us will know, I'm assuming. But from what I have seen Kate Mara in, I've got to admit this is probably her best role by far that I've seen her in. and I've got to really praise her for the emotion and the you know, what she brought to this film was amazing, and she was compassionate, she was, you know, she fought really, really hard in the film, and I think that her emotion, her depth, her chemistry with the dog and with the other actors was really, really great. And I really think that this film should have had a bit of a bigger kind of promotion behind it, because it's such a lovely, lovely film. And the fact that it's based on something that a lot of us, like, I had no idea that this happens, you know, that you know, well, it must be so hard for all of these people to bond with an animal, and for the animal to bond with them, and then suddenly they can be taken away from each other, and it's heartbreaking. It was something that really opened my mind up and really made me think about these sort of things. So yeah, you know, there's not that many flaws. There were a few little bits where I was kind of like, right, let's get to the point a little bit. And then in the end, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of, okay, spoiler warning here. From now on, it's going to be a spoiler, because I want to talk a little bit about the end of the film. So if you've not seen this film, I highly recommend that you do it. Remember, it's called Megan Leavey in the US, and it's called Rex in the UK. But it's quite interesting. Anyway, so from here on in, if you've not seen this film, if you intend on seeing it, I suggest do not watch this video. But if you don't care, or spoilers don't bother you, keep watching. So something I will say is I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of Megan with Rex. I think that would have kind of, even though you do see that she does get Rex back and she can adopt him and things like that. I'm not going to tell you the very, very end, because it's quite sad, and like, I think that you guys need to watch it. But I think that it would have been important to me as the audience watching it to see a whole rounded picture and see her a little bit more bonding with the dog. I would have liked that a little bit more, but all in all, the movie was pretty good. It was pretty solid, and I'm not one for war films. I wouldn't really exactly call this a war film. There is elements of the war in it, but the kind of fundamental point of the film is the bond between Rex and Megan, which is really, really strong, and the chemistry is amazing. And like I said, this film, well acted, well made, well produced. Everything about it was great. The effects were great. And like I said, I would have really liked to see this film get a bit of a bigger release, bigger promotion. But, you know, I just hope that through time this film gets bigger and bigger praise, because it is a fantastic film. So I do recommend it. And yeah, thank you once again, Lionsgate, for sending me this over. And I hope everybody's having a great day. Remember, live every day, love every day, and smile every day. Bye guys.